Good evening and welcome to the news on Canal de English. I am Elie Smith, sitting in for Henry Kejang Atembe. The headlines. Cameroon and Ghana are to cross swords today in Franceville for matches counting for the second semi-finals in the ongoing Africa Cup of Nations in the West African state of Gabon. Today is International Wetlands Day. It is an opportunity to remind us all on the importance of respecting our ecosystems. He was 4 times Prime Minister and symbolized the resistance against dictatorship in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, formerly known as Zaire. His name is Etienne Tshisekedi Wamulumba. He is no more. What will be the future of the opposition that he was the uncontested leader? That was the headlines. Good evening once again, and as you may have noticed, we are beginning this newscast today 30 minutes in advance. Because of what? Because of the ongoing Africa Nations Cup taking place in the West African nation of Gabon. Support to start increasing after the win of the Indomitable Lions or their surprising qualifications. At this stage, the city of the citizens or inhabitants of the city of Douala, like many other Cameroonians across the nations, have started mobilizing and rooting for the Indomitable Lions. One of them is Mr. Andre Blaise Esama. Andre Blaise Esama is an activist and a patriot. Today, Clovis had to meet with him when he was mobilizing commercial motorbike riders in the city of Douala today. We think that we may be able to have an excerpt of Mr. Andre Blaise Esama. Well, yeah, that is Mr.
So, Esama, why all this? Why all the noise? Why all the jubilation?
We are here today to tell to all Cameroonians that we need the 12th player. The 12th player is the one who will give the success to the Indomitable Lion. And we know that in this country there are a lot of problems, but nevertheless, a lot of Cameroonians now are encouraging their lion, because even lioness Abuji Ongene and Gadamui, they have been encouraged by Cameroonians, and we too will not support. We must support even like the one who sing Afokon.
We only hope that the Indomitable Lions, that I must be sincere in saying that, well, I might annoy or ruffle some feathers right now. I know sometimes it is not a good, I know that at this point in time it's not often good to express your opinion, but I will. I'm not very convinced about them, but we are all Cameroonians. We are rooting for the national teams. And meanwhile, the Pharaohs of Egypt qualified yesterday for the finals. Should Cameroon win today's match against the formidable Black Stars of Ghana, they will face the 7 times champions in the final in Libreville come Sunday. Our wishes, and on behalf of the entire team of Canal de English, we wish the Indomitable Lions the best as they encounter the Ghanaians in about 20 minutes from now. From that, we are going to another topic. Cameroon joins the rest of the world to celebrate today the International Day for the Preservation of Wetlands. on this topic, which is vital, and showing that we should stop reclaiming or stop driving away wetlands. We have the details with Beatrice Ngamo from Yaoundé.
These areas where water is the primary factor controlling the environment and associate plants and animal lives are called wetlands. Distributed nationwide in Cameroon, defined under the Ramsar Convention as area of marsh, fen, peatland, water amongst many, cradle of biological diversity, beneficial to humanity livelihood. Wetlands are first line of natural defense against disaster.
Their water retention capacities will slow down the flow of water. So once water drifts into the wetlands, it retains it. And the water that goes out of wetlands goes now in a systematic way. It will reduce the runoff, which can cause landslides and so on.
They also reduce great level of greenhouse gas emissions, negative effects of climate change, and dryness.
After retaining water in the wet season, we'll now redistribute water in the dry period.
Off-season agriculture done on wetland cannot be controlled, but
we have to moderate the cultivation and make sure that those practices that we are fond of carrying out, burning, digging of storms, it should be reduced in the wetlands to enable them retain their capacity of water retention off season.
Commemorating this World Wetlands Day at the Esplanade of the Yaoundé 4 Council, February 2nd, is to sensitize the population on the importance of these ecosystems to humanity and the need to respect that in relations to construction and other activities.
By making sure that the environment unit of each municipality is well equipped technically.
A point that was sealed with a donation of copies of practical handbook for the wise management of wetlands use in Cameroon to the mayor of Yaoundé 4. Messages were also passed through songs, sketch and fund, like the speech of the day, that of the Secretary General of the Ministry of Environment, Nature Protection and Sustainable Development, Aqua, Patrick Kumbong, representative of the minister on the occasion.
From Yaoundé, we come back to the nation's economic capital, where Cameroonians are reminded that they need to frequently speak the two official languages of the country, which are English and French, in order to be perfectly bilingual. Why was this reminded to Cameroonians? Gladys Ambo tells us more.
Many Cameroonians are yet to boast that they can perfectly express themselves in the two official languages of Cameroon, that is English and French. That is why activities to mark Bilingualism Week in Cameroon are aimed at discussing and promoting the use of English and French for social integration and unity. A roundtable conference held to that effect in Douala this February 1 to discuss the theme, Bilingualism, a driving force for excellence and social inclusion.
Well, within the context of I always talk about our education milieu where we are. We ensure that we teach, we respect the weekly quota of hours for the teaching of the second language. And we train teachers so that these teachers should have the qualities needed in order to teach and in order to get the pupils to be perfectly bilingualism. That's why you always hear us organizing pedagogic seminars. And here in the littoral, we signed a memorandum of understanding with the Pilot Linguistic Center here in Bonanjo to train teachers to build up their capacity in their second language on preferential rates.
During the conference, it was disclosed that the coexistence between English-speaking and French-speaking Cameroonians could be threatened due to language barrier. How then does bilingualism promote social inclusion?
Actually saying 50-50, I don't understand what it means, but we know that since people are curious and they think that they have tried to apply something and it's working, they feel that at least it makes their children to be bilingual. I know of cases and even schools where children study the two programs, they study the program of the English subsystem and the French subsystem, and sometimes they are even able to present official exam, for example, the first school living certificate in English and the CEP in French. And I think it's on the basis of that those who have tried this system. They feel that it is a way that, for example, talking about bilingualism has given an opportunity for these young Cameroonians to be able to express themselves in French, and not only expressing Ola, but writing it effectively.
Most French-speaking Cameroonians have developed interest in the English subsystem of education because they have understood the advantages of being bilingual.
Thank you very much. When we look at the theme for this year, bilingualism, a driving force for promoting excellence and social inclusion, we realize that bilingualism, not only for this year, but for many other topics that I'm giving or themes, the advantages are abound. And we think that as Cameroonians, we just have to profit from this special and golden virtue.
Cameroon is a bilingual country, no doubt, but Cameroonians are not bilingual. Several aspects are therefore needed to be revised to properly implement bilingualism in Cameroon, amongst them practicing to speak the languages. As they say goes, practice makes perfect.
Still in the nation's economic capital, where a convention to encourage more women and youth in politics was signed this week between the rector of the University of Douala and the coordinator of the movement More Women in Politics. Why? The project is aimed at supporting the participation of women in the upcoming 2018 presidential elections. Crystal Cartala for more.
The participation of women and youth in politics is vital for Cameroon democracy. In a bid to implement the project, a convention was signed this February 1st between the rector of Douala University and the general coordinator of the movement More Women in Politics.
We are convinced that in universities, youth are ready to be involved in politics. We just need to sensitize them. You just need to bring them to understand that going to vote or enrolling on electoral list is a duty, is a civic duty.
By signing this convention, the Douala University, in collaboration with the consortium Feminine Democracy, intend to encourage more women and youth to register for the 2018 presidential election.
The campus, sorry. That's our duty. It is limited like that, at that level, to train people. But now they are well equipped to deal with all matters pertaining with our society, of our living, for the building of our democracy.
As part of the objective, at least 50,000 youths will be taught on electoral procedures. 25 young volunteers will be trained on electoral key factors, and 200 young leaders will be assisted on the supervision of the electoral process. During the ceremony, kits were distributed to official authorities and some students selected to sensitize different communities. This project, that is financed by the European Union in 7 different countries, will last for 3 years.
Well, if you wish or if you want change come 2018, there is no need for you to make a lot of noise, but go and register yourself. And from the littoral, we are going straight to the south region, where 78 films are presently competing for the South Region's Festival de Ciné Sud. This program will permit the film industry in the South region to emerge. Anyway, that is the objective. For more, we have the cable of Lorient Ngameni.
For 4 days, actors, film producers, screenplayers, writers, and many others in the film industry will showcase their act in the Ciné Sud Festival. The hotel hall solicited for this occasion due to the absence of a cinema hall in this part of the country was overcrowded by the numerous spectators who took part in the festival. We are very happy because it is not every day that this type of event happens in Sang Milima. And moreover, I encourage the organizing committee, and we hope such events will keep on going on in Sang Medima. This program will permit film industry in the South region to emerge easily, especially with the numerous training they will receive. Spectators who attended the festival narrate their experience and satisfaction. Cine Sud was at its first edition, and the organizing committee promised organizing it annually.
Well, from the south, we are going to the north, but a little bit further from us. That's the Democratic Republic of the Congo, where that republic is mourning after the death of veteran opposition leader Etienne Tshisekedi wa Mulumba. Supporters have expressed shock at his death. The 84-year-old died in Belgium, where he went last week for medical checks. His death comes at a sensitive time in the history of the DRC. He was due to head a transitional council under a deal for President Joseph Kabila Kabange to step down. His death is considered a great loss, for he is seen as an icon, a man who sacrificed his youth and his entire life for the people of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Mr. Tshisekedi served many times as Prime Minister under Mobutu Sese Seko in the then Zaire. He was Prime Minister again when it became the DRC, but failed to complete the fourth term when he clashed openly with former dictator Mobutu. His supporters see him as incorruptible. Official information say he would be given a state burial. Yeah, and back here in Cameroon, the United Nations says 5 people were killed and several others injured when unknown gunmen opened fire on one of their teams working along the Nigerian-Cameroon border on Tuesday. The UN says the attack was carried out by gunmen close to the town of Concha in northern Cameroon. The victims are 3 Nigerians, 1 Cameroonian, and a Kenyan who were contractors employed by the United Nations to demarcate the Nigerian-Cameroon border. This border area has been a source of tension between the 2 countries in the past. It is on that sad note that we are rounding off our news tonight. Before then, I wish to extend my sincere condolences to our colleague, Emmanuel Bivrika, who should certainly be in Kumbo, where he lost his elder brother. And we also want to extend our hearty greetings to our teeming viewers in the magnificent city of Kumbo and beyond. Today is a great day for the Cameroons because they are going to cross horns against the Ghana Black Stars, and as you know, it is a football match. There is bound to be a winner and a vanquish. Until then, have a great day, and we wish both teams the best.